All right, guys, welcome to our team training tonight. And it definitely has been a Monday. So, seeing all of your cute faces just kind of ends the day the right way. So, I'm glad you guys are all joining us tonight. And we are going to talk about something that I think everybody needs. First of all, it's the last week of the month. Can you guys even believe that February is almost over? We literally have 4 days left to run like our hair is on fire and just to do as much as we can, plant those seeds, make sure you're reaching out and all of that. So be ready for the next couple days. I know my team and Melissa's team, we're both doing customer appreciation the end of this will on Wednesday, and then it will run through the end of the month. So that's going to be fun. So Melissa's going to talk to her team about that, and I'll be talking to mine as well. So be ready for that. But you guys, I want you to make sure you tune into the corporate event that they're doing on Wednesday night. Make sure that you're tuning into that, but don't just get on yourself. You have got to get other people on. The purpose of these is to bring prospects in so that they can hear kind of the bigger picture of what we have here with Singular. So make sure that you're utilizing those because there's great information there. So make sure that you are getting people on there and set yourself a goal. That's one thing I want you guys to do. Bring one person with you to that event. Bring two people with you to that event and just tell them, hey, just listen for me. I got to get some people to watch this. It's one of my challenges this week. And so decide what your number is and then just tell them, please get on. They're really short. I think they try to keep them under 30 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes. So they're really short, but just ask for favors. Ask people, just get on because I need your takeaways from this. Tell me what you think about it. If you don't have anybody in your funnel that that might want to jump on, tell them you have to do this for me. So ask for favors. Don't be afraid to do that because something that's said, it might spark something in their mind. It might spark something that makes them more interested in what you have, or it might kind of get them thinking about things that they didn't know that we had here with Singular. And so make sure that you guys are promoting for that event. That's going to be big. So make sure that you get on it as well. And it's early. I think it's like at 4 o'clock. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it 6 o'clock Central? I think it's like 6 o'clock Central, so 5 Mountain, so 4 Pacific, which is early, and then 7 o'clock Eastern. But make sure that you're promoting for that. And before everyone asks, it will be posted, so it will be recorded. You can send that out, that kind of a thing. But make sure that you're setting a goal for the end of this month. We only have a few days left. Okay, I'm not talking about the goal that you send at the beginning of the month. Set one for this week. Make yourself proud of what you're going to put in this week. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight, if you saw the flyer, you saw a little picture of the little plug. We're going to talk about staying plugged in and keeping connected. So our topic tonight is how to keep the fire burning, how important it is to stay connected to fuel your singular success. How many of you guys have ever built a fire? Like you need different things to build a fire, right? Put in the comments the different things that you think you need to build a fire. What's important? I mean, I know everyone has their ways. I used to learn it in outdoor survival. I just took outdoor survival because I wanted to hang out with all the boys in school. But I loved the class. I learned so much. Yes, patience. You need a lot of patience to build a fire, right? Fire starter. I'm seeing that come in. We need a lot of different things to build the fire, but if you don't take care of that fire, it's going to burn out. How many of you guys have ever hit burnout? If you haven't, you haven't been here long enough, because it is part of the process. It is part of what we do here and what we have to learn through. Oh, a husband, that's how you build a fire. That's perfect, Bria. Perfect, perfect. That's funny. So I want you guys to imagine your singular business as a fire. Okay. When you first start, the business, man, you are full of excitement, right? Someone has painted the picture for you, or for me, I wanted nothing to do with the business. And so it just kind of happened for me. But when I finally caught the vision, I was excited and I wanted to help as many people as possible. And I didn't want to stop talking about it. And so when you first start, you're full of excitement, like striking a match. Like when you strike a match, that first woo, right? It kind of engulfs in a flame. It sparks fast and it burns bright. But if you don't tend to that fire, if you don't take care of that fire, if you stop feeding it like you're kindling, that kind of stuff, if you stop checking in, if you stop staying connected, if you get started and then you get frustrated when people start saying no, or get this one. I don't know if this has ever happened to you guys, but you have those friends and those family members that that they're going to do this with you and they're going to join you because they're watching your life change. And then guess what? They don't do it. And so that's going to make your fire go out a little bit, right? Let me tell you something. And if you need to write it down, write it down. If you need to put it on your hand, put it on your hand. If you need to put it by your computer, put it by your computer. Your close friends and your family members want nothing to do with what you're doing. Okay. 99.9% of the time, they want nothing to do with what you're doing. You guys, I have been here almost 15 years. The company was about 6 months old when it fell into my lap. Okay. I have been on tons of free trips around the world. I was a single mom of 3 kids for 7 years. Guess what? I didn't have to go get a job. Okay. This opportunity, because I stayed consistent and kept my fire burning, has raised my children. Okay. It has taken care of every single thing that I've done for the last 15 years with the income from this Uh-oh. Is it echoing? Yeah, not anymore. Okay. That was weird. Apparently you guys needed to hear that twice, but it is taking care of everything from that. But guess what? Still to this day, I have my mom that takes the products. I have one sister that takes the products. And guess what? That's it. That's it. They have seen this change my life. They have talked to people. I live in a small community. They have ran into people that are like, oh my gosh, Kristi saved me. Oh my gosh, this is so great. Oh, I'm so grateful that your daughter told me about this stuff. They still don't want anything to do with it. So do not let that get you discouraged, because guess what? That will make your fire burn out. All of those things will make your fire burn out. And once that fire's gone, it is really, really hard to reignite. How many of you guys have been consistent and then stopped completely, and then trying to get those tires going again? It's hard. It's hard. It's exhausting. Sometimes you don't think it's worth it. So be sure to stay consistent and take care of your fire. All right. So let's talk about how to keep that fire alive for not only to finish this month strong, but also for your long-term success. Number one is the spark. Okay. You need a spark. Now, your spark is why you started this. Why did you start this? Were you miserable? Did you need to lose some weight? Did you need to start for your health? Were you looking for more money? You got to figure out why you started. Go back to what was told to you the moment that you got started doing this. Okay, go back to that moment. How did you feel when you started? That is your spark. So every fire starts with a spark, and it's just like the why that you have for this business. So your action step for number one is going to be, I need you to take a little bit of time this week and think about or reconnect with or figure out why you started this business. Why are you still here? Why did you get started? Was it financial freedom? You want more time with your family? You have health goals? And write it down the next couple of days. Write this down and then share it with someone on your team. Just be like, this was my assignment. I need to share why I started this, because that's your spark. And I'm going to tell you that guess what? Life is going to happen. Guess what? You're going to get sad. Guess what? Life changes are going to happen. I moved my mother-in-law into my home. Melissa's doing this right now with her father. I took care of my mother-in-law when she was on hospice care. I know Stephanie is taking care of her mom, right? We all have things in our life that happen but you have got to have a strong enough why that you continue to work. Because if you don't, it's going to be easy to quit. Don't forget that. If you question yourself, if you're kind of on the verge of, I just don't know, I don't want to rebuild, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, go back to why you started this. Because if you're ready to not work, if you're ready to not put time into this, if you're ready to kind of put this on the back burner, I'm going to tell you what, your why is not strong enough. If I don't work, my kids don't eat. That's a pretty big why, right? And so make sure that your why is strong and peel back the onion, peel back the layers, peel back whatever you have to. And if you think you have an answer, like, okay, I started to make some extra money. Why do you want extra money? Well, I want to be able to go on that vacation. Why do you want to go on that vacation? Continue to ask yourself why. Because if not, life is going to smack you in the face because it happens to everybody and you're going to quit. Or you're going to think, I can't do this. Or you're going to doubt yourself. Or you're going to kind of disconnect. And when you disconnect, your fire is going to go out. Okay, so make sure that you know why you're doing this. Number 2 is fueling the fire. Now, this is staying connected. A lot of you guys are here and stay here because of the community, because the people that you met, the people that keep you going. I mean, I talked to Melissa, I think 3 times today on the phone. Okay. She keeps me going. We connect together. We work together. We collaborate together. We cry together. We celebrate together. We get frustrated together. But it's those connections. You have to have positive people in your life because guess what? The world is ugly and the world is negative and the world wants to beat you down over and over and over again. Okay. You have got to have positive, like-minded people. And I'm telling you, this community is special. These people, and I say it all the time, y'all going to get sick of hearing it from me, but they will be your biggest cheerleaders and they will also be your biggest supporters. Like when you're on the top, they'll be your cheerleaders. When you're on the bottom, they will be your supporters. I've lived that. After my motorcycle accident, I got sent to a rehab center. I had to live there for 6 weeks. Okay. That was like the hardest 6 weeks of my entire life. And I've been through a lot, but that was hard. You guys, the people, I wasn't even going to do this part. I wasn't going to cry, but the people in that rehab center thought that I was famous or something. They had no idea who I was. And guess why? Because the people in this company made me feel special every single day. And I was locked in a room with 4 walls, living in a wheelchair. You couldn't even get out the door. You had to use a code because some people tried to escape. So you had to use this little code to get out. It was the hardest 6 weeks of my life. The singular people kept me going. Yes, my family came to visit, but guess what? My family and my close friends, they had to take care of my kids. I was a single mom of 3. They had to take care of my house. They had to take care of my kids. They had to make sure that, the kids were getting to school and to sports and all these things because I was trapped. I couldn't leave. The people here, I had people fly in to sleep over with me in rehab. And those were some fun sleepovers. People would send flowers, send balloons. Stan Townsend drove through Utah, going back to Arizona, and he stopped and brought me dinner. I mean, the thing is, people in this company are special. Cynthia and Rudy flew out here just to see me, to push my wheelchair around, to make me feel special. You guys, that's what you have here. So stay connected. The connections are going to be your fuel to your fire. But make sure that you're being plugged into team chats, be like getting on calls, getting on these little training Zooms that we have, engaging with your upline, engaging with your downline. That's going to keep this motivation alive. You know what? And if you're not clicking there, find a crossline or a sideline. You are an independent distributor and you are not attached to anyone. You can work with whoever you want, whenever you want, how often you want, but just do it. Find somebody that will help to fuel your fire. Now, let me just tell you, if you isolate yourself, okay, if you start to have a victim mentality, if you isolate yourself, your fire is going to start to die out. Your fire will die out. I promise you, doubt's going to creep in, and that is when people quit. When you step away, that is going to make your fire go out, and it's going to be easy for you to quit. Think about this. If each one of us represented a spark in a fire, you guys have all seen a campfire, right? So if each one of us represented that fire, a spark in that fire, have you ever seen a spark that isolates and kind of fades away? It fizzles out, it burns out, and then it's gone. That's what's going to happen if you don't stay connected. Okay, I don't care who you stay connected to, but just make sure they know your goals, they believe in you, and they want you to be successful so that you don't burn out. So your action step for number 2 is to commit to participating in one team event, a training, or an accountability chat this week. Do something with your team this week. I know our team, like I said, is doing an event. Get active. Be active in there. Help out. Support it, because it's just going to make it stronger. Number 3, the third thing that your fire needs is your oxygen. Fire needs oxygen or it's going to get smothered, right? If it's smothered, it's going to go out. And your oxygen are your daily actions. Okay, these are the things that you do daily. Even with a spark and fuel, a fire won't survive without oxygen because it needs to breathe. So your daily activities, your IPAs, they look a little bit different for everybody. So whatever's working for you, but you have to do them. You can't just wish them away. You can't look at the list. Make sure that you're being intentional about what you're doing. Don't just, happy birthday on everybody's wall. Make it special, make it unique, make it stand out, right? Send them a message. I know I have a silly song that I send some people. I don't do it to everyone because I don't want to get blocked and unfriended, but I do some silly things for people. But your daily activities, reaching out, following up, sharing wins, reaching out to somebody and saying, you know what, I saw you. Like Sarah today, she went live on her page. Reach out to somebody who's doing something, out of the ordinary, and just be like, hey, I saw this. I'm so proud of you. Okay. This is like the oxygen for your business, you guys. And without consistent action, your fire is going to weaken. So your tip for today is small actions daily are better than big actions once in a while. How many of you guys have ever heard of micro quitting? A lot of people, they micro quit. They get so excited and they start talking about something and they're just on fire and they're so passionate and nobody can get them to stop talking. They're like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. And then guess what? Something in life happened and all of a sudden they stop posting, they stop connecting, they stop showing up, they stop getting on calls, they stop doing all the things. That's called micro quitting. And then they get really, really excited again and really passionate. We all know these people, really passionate again. I'm going to show up and I really want this. And I'm going to hit these goals. And they get so excited again. And then they stop again. Okay. You have to stay consistent because small actions daily are bigger than doing that once in a while, because you will drive the people watching you crazy. You will drive them away because they're like, if she's not consistent, why in the world would he or she would want me to join them? I don't want somebody that micro quits. I want to work with somebody who is being present, somebody who is there. So make sure that you are being one of those people. You want to be the person that you want to recruit. How many of you guys want to sign somebody up tomorrow morning who is just business minded, business oriented, not afraid to be told no? They're very coachable. They're positive. They're happy to be around. You love their energy. They just lift you up. How many of you guys want to sign one of those people up? Right? We all do. Okay. I want 5 of them. I want 5 of them tomorrow morning. But guess what? I can't expect to go find those people if I'm not being those people. Does that make sense? So be the person that you want to recruit, because that way you're going to attract those people. If you're sounding desperate, if you're sounding needy, guess what? You're going to attract needy, desperate people. Then you're going to get frustrated with them because they're not doing what you want them to do. So be the person that you're looking to recruit. Be the leader you're looking to recruit, I should say. So your action step for your number 3 is set a goal daily for connections. Like sending out 3 messages a day, following up with X amount of people a day. And you guys might already have these, but make sure you do them. Do them consistently. Don't just have a goal. Make sure that you're doing it. Number 4 is tending to the flames, taking care of the flames, feeding those flames. And this is going to be your support and accountability. Okay. We all know that we need an accountability partner or an accountability group, because if we didn't, how many of you guys can set a goal and hit the goal every time you set it because you are so accountable to yourself? Not me. But if I have to answer to Melissa Adams, like, my stuff's going to get done, right? Because I don't want to tell her, well, I didn't get to that, right? Oh, I didn't get that done. Oh, sorry, I didn't do that. Oh, sorry, it wasn't that important to me. That's what you're pretty much saying. When you set a goal and don't work towards that goal, you're pretty much saying it wasn't that important. Okay, so you got to make sure accountability partners will keep you in check. So that's why it's so important. But just like a fire needs attention, so does your business. So stay connected to your accountability partners, to your leadership team, whoever your people are. Stay connected to those guys. You should be talking every day. I'm not saying an hour-long conversation because nobody's got time for that. But check in, see how people are doing. And then share your wins and share your struggles. Okay? Because if you don't share your struggles, ain't nobody going to want to work with you, because they're going to be like, nope, I'm going to disappoint her because she's perfect. So make sure you're sharing your wins, but you're also sharing your struggles. Okay. Not all of us, I'll talk about myself, hits your goal that you set every month. I have not hit my monthly goal in a really long time, but I keep shooting for it. I keep staying consistent. I keep building and building and building and enjoying the entire journey. Because if you're going through a season of struggles in your business, which a lot of us are, most of us are, I would tend to say all of us are. If you're going through a season of struggles in your business, if you never struggle, how will you ever help your teammates who struggle? You won't know what to say. You won't know what to do. You won't know how to help them. You won't even know how they're feeling. Every time you go through something hard, the reward at the end is even more beautiful. It's going to be even bigger and even better. But the struggles are where you grow. And people get inspired by your struggle stories. Like if I got on here and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, I got started 15 years ago and I make 60 grand a month and it's never went down. It has stayed consistent the whole time. And every single person that I talk to signs up and nobody returns their product. And things are just amazing. Like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. How many of you guys would leave the call and be like, I am failing? I am not making it. This is not working for me. That's why we go through struggles. And that's why we have to share our struggles, because the struggles are what inspire people. The stories, the hard times. Like I could tell the story about my motorcycle accident and it inspires people. But it was one of the hardest times of my life that I'm like, why me? Am I ever going to get through this? Am I ever going to be better? Am I ever going to get to go home with my kids again? Like I had no idea what my future held. Hardest time of my life is one of the most inspiring stories that I share. Your struggles are powerful. They're very, very powerful. So don't forget that. Don't feel like a victim. Don't feel like, why me? You're going to inspire someone because God put you in the struggle, even though you feel like you're sinking. God put you in the struggle to make you stronger and to bless other people. That's why we have to share those struggles, because it will help you. It will help to keep you in check. So by sharing your wins and your struggles, it's going to reignite your passion and, like I said, inspire other people. So this week, this is your action step for this one. Pair up with an accountability buddy just for the rest of this week. Work on it for the rest of this week and check in daily. Share your struggles and share your wins. If you say, I'm going to talk to 10 people today, and you talk to 10 people, you message them and be so excited, or send them a weird little video with one of those fun filters on it. Be like, I talked to all 10 people. Like, celebrate those wins. It doesn't always have to be a sign up. It doesn't always have to be getting a unique account. It doesn't always have to be earning a trip. It can be accomplishing something small. We got to get loud about the small stuff. Okay. And number 5 is the bonfire effect. And this is building momentum for your business. Okay. A small fire can become a blazing bonfire when others join in. How many of you guys, when someone new joins your team, and I know there's some new people on here, when you get somebody new to join your team and they're excited and that spark just lit, how pumped up do you get? You get so excited because you're like, oh my gosh, someone finally gets it. Someone finally sees the vision. Someone finally knows that I believe in them. Somebody finally listens. Somebody's so excited, just like I'm so excited. You guys, the more you share, the more your team is going to grow. So if you talk to 100 people and you get one to sign up, guess what you have to do to get two? You have to talk to 200 if you want to. This business is a numbers game. And I think if we changed our focus to we need people to get going, we need people to catch the vision, we need people to do this, we need. I truly believe that everybody needs me. Everybody needs what you have. You just have to get confident in sharing it. You have to get good at loving people. You have to get good at filling the void of whatever they're looking for, finding out what they need, and then filling that void. Because the more people you talk to, the more your team is going to grow. And that energy is what's going to create your bonfire. It's going to look different for everybody. Don't compare yourself to other people. Your journey is unique to you. Another thing I'm going to tell you is don't just wait to hit executive. Oh my gosh, I need to hit executive. I'm frustrated I haven't hit executive. Believe me, it's a beautiful place to be. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of perks. You make a lot of money. There's a lot of good things there. But we need to learn how to enjoy the entire journey. Because when you sign someone up and all you're focused on is executive, you're missing all of these little rewards, all of these little steps. You're stealing the joy from yourself. Your journey is your journey. Don't compare yourself to other people. But imagine what's possible when everybody is feeding the fire together. That's what makes Singular so special. When we are all excited, when we're all working together, when we're all pumped up. You guys, there are so many new things with our company right now. There is so much to be excited about. But I talk to people and they're like, oh, well, oh, February, blah. I'm like, holy cow. Yes, it's been a crazy month, but we have so much to be excited about. So we have got to find our spark again. We have got to get excited and we have got to get loud because I'm telling you, we have the ability to change people's lives. Have you guys ever had someone that you've got started on the products or the opportunity tell you thank you? Maybe they hit a goal that they never thought was possible. I remember when JoJo got her first unique account. It's going to make me cry. She was the happiest person that I've ever met in my life. Okay? That's what this is about. Pour the belief into people. Get excited, but find that spark. That spark looks different for everybody. Okay? Find your spark and be excited because I'm telling you, when you guys are excited and when you guys are pumped up, you're going to attract people. People are going to want to be around you. They're going to want to be in your space. They're going to want to be part of whatever you're doing. Vicky, that's funny. You didn't think I saw that, but I did. So your action step for this one is I want you to share one success story from your journey with somebody new every day this week. Every day this week. It doesn't have to be your whole story. Just one special thing, one success story from your journey with one new person every day this week and see what that does for you. Because it might spark something in them, but I'm telling you, by you getting loud, it is going to make you feel special. It is going to get you excited and it's going to kind of rekindle and re-spark your fire. But your fire is seriously your own personal responsibility. You can't blame it on your upline. You can't blame it on your accountability partner. You can't blame it on your downline. You can't blame it on your cousin that returned her products after she complained about being tired for 4 months and she finally got started. Then she's like, oh, I keep forgetting to take it. So she returned it. Happened to me. I wanted to smack her. I'm like, you are so silly. Don't ever call me and say you're tired again. Right? So you can't blame it on anybody. It is your responsibility. So make sure that you guys are staying connected. Make sure that you guys are being active, feeding your fire with the actions that you do, and let others help fan the flames. Stay with the community, stay connected, get excited, cheer for each other. If you need a shout out, if you are like, oh my gosh, I'm doing so good, I feel like I just need somebody to throw something on my Facebook wall, reach out and say, guess what? I am doing good. I am doing great. I feel so good about myself. Would you just shout me out? You guys, that's not cringy. Okay? That's not. That is called, we all have a million things going on. And guess what? We might not look at it like that. We might not see that. You have got to be proud of yourself. Use the belief that we have in you until you find your own. But be proud of the little things. Be so proud of the little things, you guys. So now use this as a little bit of a spark and let's finish this month strong. Let's go out, let's change some lives, and let's all do it together. So Melissa, that's all I got tonight. I will turn it back to you and let you guys close us out.
You know what it made me think of? Our power went out one morning a couple of weeks ago, and all we could find was like, I had a pack of birthday candles. That's all I had. And so I was having to try to, until I found a flash. I did find a flashlight eventually, but I just had that one little pack of birthday candles. One candle did nothing. But you know what? When I lit that whole pack, do you know how much brighter it burned? And a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. It loses nothing. It doesn't change it. It doesn't make it weaker. It doesn't make it anything. If anything, when you light another candle, it just makes the light burn brighter. And especially if you put them together, like if you put the two candles together and then you put the third candle together, you get this huge flame. So be the candle and go light somebody else's candle, and then just put your candles together and let the flame just go. Because when your flame is going huge, and you're running, if you look behind you, you're going to see a trail that you blaze. It'll be a whole trail blazed behind you, because when you're running and you're on fire, you can't help but blaze the trail. And that's what you need to do right now. And I'm going to say it again. I have said it, and Kristi has said it, but I am more excited about what's happening in Singular right now than I have been in 10 years. I am excited about the opportunity we have. I'm excited about the changes that we have. I'm excited about the products that we have and the ones that are coming. I'm excited about the change in what Oliver's doing. I honestly believe that there is no better opportunity that in anything in this entire industry than what you have in your hands right in front of you. And with everything in me, I believe that. And, when she was saying, when she was talking about like, not having time and, all this kind of thing, instead of saying I don't have time, start saying it's not a priority and see how that feels. Because right now you need to make it a priority. This needs to be a priority like everything else in your life if you want it to work. So, Kristi, I thought that was fantastic. And we all go through valleys. We all go through hard times. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. So there's not one thing that you're going to go through that you don't go through it. You don't sit in your valleys. You go through them. So they always end. There's always a start. There's always an end to it. And going through crap, it's not easy, and sometimes it's painful. But there's nothing that's as painful as being stuck somewhere that you don't belong. So you've got to have growth. You've got to have change. You've got to have action. You've got to do the things, or you're going to end up stuck somewhere that you don't belong, because all of you are worthy. of greatness. All of you are capable of doing the things. All of you are leaders. All of you are amazing. All of you can do hard things. Every single one of you. And I loved that training tonight, Kristi. That was really, really good. So, does anybody else got anything? Or you just want me to close it out?
I think we're good. Jen and Greg they said they were probably going to be on, but they wouldn't be able to talk. So
Okay.
go ahead.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and declare Ephesians 3:20 over all of you. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask because we honor him. His blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. And I believe with everything in me that you are in the right place at the right time. And I declare a boldness to rise up in you. God will open supernatural doors. People will seek us out and we will rise in the ranks because we give him the honor and glory. Love you guys so much. Have a good one.